tweeted, did that, hit the button, and we're live. Hello, it is May 10th. I had to look that up. I think that's normal. Most people look that up. It's May 10th. It's Friday. It is 5 minutes to 8 o'clock. And we're making indie games. Where was I last week? I think last week I was working on these spines that you see here because they're bright and easy to see. And that's what I was doing last time I streamed. That was Sunday, which was about 6 days ago. I finished that up. I moved on to some other level stuff, which is like the last level for the dance floor was super confusing. People couldn't figure out what to do there. One person played it, and I was like, yeah, you're right, and this doesn't fit the rest of the game at all. So I completely reworked that level. And I did a lot of odd tasks until about Wednesday, which is when I've decided to properly, completely nuke the level select UI and start over again, because I was waffling for a long time on what to do there. I've got a lot of feedback that the level select screen was bad from different people. Here, let me hear what's going on here. Yeah. Other things I did like that are fun and light is like I did some work with a shader, added some tinting to the edges of the screen, that sort of thing. But mostly I heavily reworked the UI flow, especially going from here into the level select screen. I nuked the old level select screen. It's new now. You'll see I'm going into a more modal situation. So like there's no more tabs at the top because that was just confusing and had nothing to do with anything. And it made sense to me because I made the game, but the more I watch people play, the more I realized that just didn't make sense. So the new idea that I finally had that came to me on Wednesday that I've done is the entire game is here. This is every section in the game. When you click a section, it zooms in on that section and then you can go through the levels. This works with the controller and the mouse and keyboard. I'm gonna kind of do the highlights, but yeah, this took like 3 days. Was figuring out how to do this, how to make it good, getting it to feel good on both the controller and the keyboard. If I unlock all, you can kind of see this is what it's like when you go through all the different sections, getting the cameras in here. And there's still a lot of polish to be done here, which is what we're going to do today. But I'm close, and I feel like it feels good finally, which it didn't for a while. I sped up some of these transitions. Some of these still need things. Yeah, in general, I feel like this is a lot better. It gives you a sense of flow from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. You can kind of see where things fit in order. I haven't play tested this with anyone yet, so we'll see how people like it. I do have a couple last minute notes I want to get done that I wrote down before dinner. But yeah, getting this to feel right and work and fold into everything else and fix the bugs and everything, that this was a good solid 3 days of work. But I think it's worth it. Anyway, yeah, that was my week. That's what I did. What did other people do? That's right, I'm not alone. So I changed my strategy. I was gonna have 4 artists for 4 months, was my original strategy. I dropped down to 2 artists at the beginning of this month, kind of serendipity. I kind of like this. I think I'm going to close out. I'm going to keep 2 artists for the last 2 months. That's how I'm going to spend my budget so that I have enough. I just can't get everything done this month. That's basically what it comes down to. It just takes time to manage artists, and my time is limited because I'm trying to do everything. And so we're going to, I'm keeping them for 2 months, which means we're working slower but longer. But that's why things seems like they've slowed down lately. What they've done is a handful of polish tasks I asked for. They set this aside. What did you guys do this week? They did some concepts like, initially they were like, what if we spruce up one of them really wanted to spruce up the entrance to the Tunnel of Love, and I was kind of like, no. The big thing that they did is Andy started looking at the calendar, and I was working with him back and forth on Monday for this because I've told him, like, in the past they would give me something and I would kind of like rework it and give it back, and then they would rework it, and we'd go back and forth. And I'm like, Andy, I don't have time. I need you to. All I did was quick paint overs, and I'm hoping he can kind of nail the calendar. And so far he's doing it. This is where we are. Like, I like what he did here. I actually didn't tell him to do that with the numbers. I think he figured that out. I think I like that we're getting this to overhang. This is his mock-up. I told him, like, there's the art for the levels, which I'm gonna have fall in sections, and that is one thing I did. And yeah, I've given him feedback on this. I still think we need more of a skirt underneath here, like a shadow or something to ground it. But basically there's this element in the middle that drops down, which I should probably script up. Maybe that's the thing we'll do today. There's this element, the elements in the middle drop down, and then there's these set dressing pieces, this FBX that's always here. And he's kind of been working on both of those this week. This is Andy's life right now. One of my notes is I don't like, he's got this working with the interactive shader and stuff. This is an interactive object, but I think I need to make this, like all interactive objects, needs to have some kind of glimmer or something that says, I'm different. You can stand on me, you know, because like this thing is movable, and I need something that showcases that, which I had before with the old art style, but now that he's redone it with the new art style, it does change the highlighting, but I don't think that's enough. I think I need to actually get in here and tweak this shader and come up with something here. I think I have that written down, so I won't write it down now. But yeah. I also don't think this is quite... Oh, yeah. Interesting. That's a bug somebody told me about. I don't know what the wind condition is going to be yet, and I don't know if this is quite reading as like an office chair kind of a thing. But maybe it doesn't need to. But yeah. That's this week. Hey, dear. What's up? I'm really tired. I mean, I'm feeling better now. I kind of like did this UI in a mad dash. Like, I freaked out about it. Worked on it really hard for several days. And then, like, today I just hit some kind of wall. Or I just took a nap. I just took a 3-hour nap and then woke up and ate dinner. So if I'm a little out of it, that's why. But it's pretty much done. I think the new UI is good, probably-ish. There's more work to do. But I think it's heading in a better direction. I think it's like unquestionably better than it was. So that's the wrong thing. How am I going to do this? And maybe you'll just see my notes for a sec. Yeah, that's fine. You just briefly saw some of my to-do list. I have 6 open to-do lists. And they are long. But we're coming in on the end of the game. Okay. So Mitchell has played this. So I did the new UI the way I thought it should be. But I think this is probably true. The idea is if I have a controller, I hit one button to enter like zoomed in mode where I can select the levels, and another button to zoom out. And I thought it would be nice if you go up or down, it zooms you out, but it turns out that's not nice. That's actually just super fucking confusing. So what I think I'm gonna do is make it like it is with the mouse, where you can click, and if you click another one, you just jump right to that one. Which means I gotta get back in the zone here. So, so let's get back in the zone here. I'm gonna reboot the editor because it's acting funny. you are. I'm gonna test my mic real quick. I'm gonna test my mic real quick. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, can you guys hear it when I did that? Should probably occur to me. Do I have desktop audio? Yeah, alright. Go on top of my game here, guys. Happy Friday. All right. Okay. Okay, we're getting back into it. Yeah. 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 Okay. So. Okay. I did this morning. So. When you. What would that even be under? Navigate to adjacent section. Focus. Okay, so this is the function that's called when you hit up or down on the controller. Looks through the focusable sections. Changes highlighted section. Okay, so that's what it does do. And when it, so at any given moment, it can be, how do I put this? At any given moment, you can have like a level button selected, which is a child of a section, or you can have a section selected, which is like the top level mode thing. So what this does is when you hit up or down, it changes to an adjacent highlighted section to be the focused thing, which is not what I do with the mouse. With the mouse, you can mouse over other sections, right? Yeah, listen for mouse hover on the section. And if the mouse is hovered, currently highlighted section. So wait a minute. If you're, what calls this? Right, this is what's being called from here. Okay. So if you're called from the mouse, go through. Right. So there's a special thing with the mouse that only happens with the mouse, where the section itself detects that it's hovered. Like the object for the section detects that it's hovered and has this extra highlight. And I don't actually do any change in the logic, I just let that highlight happen. Ooh. So we'll call it highlighted versus hovered. That'll be how we talk about it. And how do I get that effect with a controller. I'm also backing up and wondering if I want to do this at all. Like, it could be when you lock into an area, up and down does nothing. You're just stuck in that UI until you hit back. No, I like... Fuck. Wait, no, I'm overthinking this. There's an easier way. Okay, so we leave all the logic the way it is, except for when you navigate to another section, we don't close the current section. I think I had it like that at one point. So when run all the logic that highlights the splines. Ooh. No, this is fine. That's also fine. Where's the thing where you close a section? Yeah. Something is automatically closing a section. Might be on the section. So when a section stops being highlighted, yeah. Let's change this. You just simply don't close. You just don't do that. What does that do? Let's see if this breaks everything. No, you still back out. If you're going to, okay. check this hovering with mouse variable. If you're hovering with the mouse, or if you're currently in the default, the overworld state. If you're not in the overworld state, this does nothing. I'm confused why I need this at all. So this is... I see. If you're in the default, if you're in the overworld. Am I right that this is never... I think I have a bool on here that I literally never flipped. Ever. Okay. So, yeah, okay. We're in the overworld and we're not hovering with the mouse. Hovering with mouse, we're going to change the name of this. This is just going to be a different thing because we weren't even using it. It was always false, which means this is always true. So let's call this should suppress changing area and section change. If that's true, whoops. Did I not? Maybe I should spell that. Am I losing my mind? It's late. I'm losing my mind. Hey guys, sorry I'm not talking to you guys much. I just gotta get through this one bit. Hey Port Ponky. Hey Project Tyrant, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm sorry, usually I talk more to the chat. This is actually like... It's been a long week. I have no idea what the hell I did here. I just need to focus on it for a bit because it's hard to untangle. Because this is all... I was iterating on this so quickly, trying to get this new UI set up, that I think there's just a lot of old ideas kind of dangling. And yeah, Michael, the current strategy is to be as unreasonable as possible. So this spool suppresses the changing areas. The changing areas is what I call it when the basically moving the camera from one mode to another, what you saw earlier. So like, we're not actually calling this. Why are you doing this to me, Epic? This is hurtful. I see that it's here. There's a variable called suppress changing area on section change. Why? Why is it sometimes you're... Okay, I need to recompile? Because I renamed it? There it is, okay. Alright, cool. Cool, we're cool. We're good. Alright, sorry Epic. You're right. So, currently focused area. So if we're in the overworld view, and we're not suppressing the area changing. Now let's flip it. So sometimes we do suppress the area changing, specifically when navigating to an adjacent section. Why am I doing this? Event graph. And again, I wasn't using this before from what I can tell. Before this was doing nothing. So we're gonna go to the level section widget and say when you... Okay, so this is the event dispatcher when you hovered with the mouse. Suppress changing area. Sure. Or sorry, changing area on section highlight. That's the new thing we're calling this. Refresh this. Cool. Which we don't need to set for this. That's fine. That's not for you. Compile this now. That should update. It didn't. How terrifying. Because that's just going to soft fail later. So we're just going to remake that. Oopsies. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. Change highlighted section. Can I just actually... Because now I have to change everywhere. Alright, just be that way. Gotta do what you gotta do. Can I not rename this? Are we like in a whole new thing right now? Whatever. Okay. So, go to where else I called this and update that. Change highlighted section and say we're going to suppress this. Okay. So now no matter what we call this, this pipe's in here. Right. So you should just go here. A new custom event. God, I have no idea if anything I just did does anything good at all. So let's play the game real quick and pray. Thanks for understanding, project. You have to sleep, pop cans. It's part of being human. It's necessary. Without it, I don't know what would happen. I assume you would die. Like of exhaustion? I assume you would just fall asleep. I feel like a coma and a sleep probably accomplish the same thing at some point, right? Alright, so here we go. Okay, so we can now navigate to other sections. Oh, I don't know if I like that at all. I don't. I don't like it. This whole idea was bad. We're gonna nuke everything I just did. Because even if this is working and it's collapsing things, I'm not gonna like it. I can tell. I originally had it so if you navigate to another section, it would pop that section open. Didn't like that either. No. No, this is heading in the wrong direction. We're gonna not do anything we just did. I'm gonna revert this. Good God, I hope I checked everything in before I started today. I didn't. Well, that's cute. Pretty sure. I'm gonna move these to a new change list. And I'm gonna shelve them. I'm gonna check in this other stuff I did. Godspeed, gents. And we're gonna see what the fuck happens. Because that's about where we are. Because it's Friday. And It's Friday. Happy Friday. I need a new desktop wallpaper. Would that be out of line if I asked my art team to make me a wallpaper? We're gonna need it for marketing materials, right? This is so old. It's kind of surreal. I call them my art team now. They're contractors, but I love them. These guys are great. Everyone likes wallpapers. Yeah. I feel like that's a very 90s thing, though, is to like give away wallpapers. I feel like we gotta... I don't know what the new cool thing is. Probably not Winamp skins. Like, what do people... What's something people don't think about that everybody has? Like... I want to make like a really sweet... I remember back during the PS3 days, it was fun to design like one of those interactive background things for the PlayStation. It's gotta be something like that now, something that people don't think about. You don't have anything planned for today? It's not sad. Those are the best days. Those are the days where you have the most possibilities. You have nothing constraining you. Popcons. You could do literally anything. Or nothing. And you don't have to feel guilty about doing nothing. You can do nothing if you desire to do nothing. Such is the freedom of the situation that you are in. Let's look at where we are. Let's just play the game and see if everything crashes. I don't know. Alright, this is all still... Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Because these are in the same area. These use the same camera. Okay, so this is all exactly what I would expect. It's all working. New UI is looking all sexy. Alright. Mouse and keyboard I was not worried about. Controller. Alright, back to the... Not ideal how when you navigate off of this menu, it takes you back to default. That's the thing I've decided I don't like anymore. That's the thing we're gonna fix. And the way we're gonna fix it, I think, is not by doing what we did with the mouse. For some reason, it doesn't bother me when the mouse can select other sections. Because it kind of can't, actually. This doesn't bother me. But doing that same thing with the controller was very bothersome. Maybe because it was highlighting other sections. But even then... it just doesn't feel the same. I think with the controller, we just say you can't go up and down when you're in this mode. You have to go back. Am I losing focus in the controller? The back button's fucked. God damn it. That was the thing I added that I probably just reverted. I could do ringtones. Interesting. Oh, Mitchell would love that too. It's a very musical game. That's an interesting idea. That's very throwback too. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Interesting. Very 90s. Definitely not a thing anymore though, unfortunately. Okay, so we have an option. Either I unfuck the shit I fucked for the first half hour of the stream, or I revert these two files and I rebuild the idea that you can go back with the mouse or with the back button on the controller, which is something I did before the stream, which I think I'll just do that because that's like 2 seconds, right? But what else am I losing? I don't even know. Yeah, we'll find out what I'm losing then. Okay. We're just going to redo this work real quick. So, because I forgot to check in before I started the stream. So, level section. No, that's right. This is more complicated. It was on the level button. I'm surprised this isn't throwing errors. Okay, so the level button, I found an event. Right. Call close owning section. Gotcha. And what I actually need is on the level section widget, which owns the sections which own the buttons. Nope, sorry. That's the section widget. Give me the master widget. You are listening to your buttons, are you not? You are. Level button, bind event to close owning section. When this gets called, I think that's all I'm missing, because everything else I checked in. Remember Crazy Frog? I do not. Unfucking what you fucked sounds fucked. I should stop cursing. I won't, but I should. And I know that about myself, and I think that's important, because the important thing is that you know yourself in the end. And I mean, it's not like I'm ignorant, right? Oh, fuck. So, you know, maybe I should unshelve those files and work backwards rather than dealing with half of a change list. Because this is lunacy. So I'm gonna not do the thing I'm doing right now. I'm gonna behave. I'm gonna revert what I just did. I'm gonna unshelve these files. And we're gonna behave like adults. That's the new plan. Do as I say, not as I do. As long as you don't curse when you can't, it's fine. Yeah, swearing is good for you. Alright. It's like broccoli. Exercise, swearing, you know, same deal. Very healthy. I've reached the point of development where the soda stays by my desk. switch. Master game. Well, this was not my best stream, but that's okay. That just means we potentially turn it around. This is going to be a comeback stream. So, okay. What were the things that changed at the beginning of this stream with respect to this? That goes back. This is objectively better, so that's fine. This concept goes away. Let me delete this. I'm sure that we did more than that. Yeah, but I kind of want to keep this. Remove this, find references. Okay. Alright, now it's broken. Actually, just that first one didn't work. Now it's working just fine. How are we doing with the controller? But you saw the very first time I clicked, the camera didn't move, right? I'm not crazy? Am I crazy? I was because I clicked the calendar. Oh, right here. Yeah, I'm backed out, but I'm not. How did I just do that? Repro. Let me figure this out. Okay, so does it work with anything? I click Rue, click again, I back out. Click calendar, click again. I don't back out. Fascinating, why? And only the first time, right? Or is it every time? It's every time. But only with this? No. Now it's with everything. Was it always with everything? Okay, so the point is, levels, select, event graph, when clicking, listen for mouse hover, if, oh, okay. If currently focused area is default, that'll be false. Do I want the opposite of what I just did? No, this isn't the issue. Don't fuck with this. Where's clicking? Section clicked. Set the currently open section to be closed. What sets this? I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to add breakpoints to anything that changes this. Because my... getting tired. So, breakpoints everywhere. Show me what's happening. Go into a section. This sets the currently open section. Good. And it's now. Sure. Okay, so this widget is the currently open section. I click it. It's going to set. What the? Yeah, it's going to set the section art to closed, and then it's going to remove the variable, which it did. The hell? This was definitely not working a minute ago, right? Moving the breakpoints. Ooh, wait a minute. We hit a breakpoint here that's interesting. This time we hit a breakpoint. Set the currently open section to none after you unhighlight the previous section. You were a level button. You're going. We're in a state right now where the currently open section is none. Why are we setting this to none right here? That would make sense. I don't think that would... I don't immediately see why that ever has to happen. I'm not sure why that's there. There's almost certainly a purpose. God, the me from this morning is smarter than the me right now. Because I can't understand what the hell I made this morning. Okay. Right, so I guess that's just gone now, and that's fine. Let's play with controller a minute. What? It still thinks this is open. Right. Well, I see. That was there. That was there because if you're on a controller and you navigate from one section to another, I want to automatically close the section you're in, but we're about to get rid of that logic, so that can go away. And we're going to make it so that if you're in an open section, you can't navigate. So, we can remove this with confidence, probably. Not so much that I'm going to delete it because I'm scared, but focus on adjacent section. I guess I'm just gonna straight up not let you do this. How am I gonna gate it? By determining if there's something in the open section variable, or, but no. Get the currently highlighted thing. Cast it to section widget. If the UI is enabled and you're on a section widget, you can do this. Otherwise, you cannot. Hey Calv, what's up, man? How goes things? Okay, so I can go around, I can look at stuff. Let's look at more stuff. Look at all the stuff I can look at. I can look at all the stuff. I can zoom in. Can't go up or down anymore. Can go left and right. Oh, that feels weird. But I can't go up and down until I X out of this. Now, this feels shitty, but I think it would feel a hell of a lot less shitty if we just darken everything that isn't the section that you're in. Right? Is that a good idea? So you go in here, you're locked in here. All the other sections turn blue, like the icons turn blue. I think that's what we need to do, and then it'll feel right. It'll feel like, of course I can't go to the other ones, they're disabled, until I hit back. God, I hope that works. I should check in what I have though, because what's on Perforce is broken. don't get your joke. Tim. I, of course, blame myself for that. Alright, let's keep going. So, section. I need a state. I already have an idea. These are all the ways that the art changes in the section button based on everything that can happen in the game. So, not that much can happen to a single section widget, but if this is for showing and hiding things. This is the background highlight. I think I need to add the concept of like tinting the image. Not you, fool. You. What if you tint? Ugh. If you tint something yellow to be blue, it'll turn green. Duh. Now, desaturate. It's an effect I can run on you. Let's think with Photoshop. Oh, you wanna see some shit? Here's where I was when I first started panicking on Wednesday. Is this it? No, this is other stuff. This is me thinking through other stuff. Where's... Bet I somewhere have panic. Oh yeah, this is one of them. This is me thinking of, like, how do we do the UI? Guess I lost it. It's a shame. Well, I had some weirder ideas. They weren't good though. So, I think that's probably fine. Let's figure out what we want the screen to do. So when you select one, let's say the others, they stay shrunk down, but also this image has got to like... No. Maybe. There's no way to just do this in Unreal though. I might just have to make there be a second image. I mean, I could dupe the textures in Unreal. Then I wouldn't have to make a source asset. Could I? Might as well just make a source asset. Yeah, so when one is open, the others go like this, maybe. Peanut gallery, what do you guys think? Good night, mashed potato. Gray instead of white. Yeah. I think I want to colorize it though. I think this kind of looks nicer. Plus, if I just make it a separate image, I can hand it off to the art team, and they probably won't, but they could do something here. They could experiment with it a bit. They have a lot more freedom if it's just an image they can toggle. Every time I end up doing stuff in Unreal that's like fancy, it ends up being something I have to own. I can't hand it off in any way, which is like fine, but it's gonna be more fine soon because I only have them. I'm gonna run out of budget eventually here, so, but still, they haven't had a chance to look at the UI yet. If I keep it a texture that they can easily edit, they have power. They could do something like increase the outline. I could see a lot of different things you could do here. Plus they have to make, like right now I've just got the 3 images I've been playing with. They were going to make one for each of the 22 sections. So they're going to be in here at some point anyway. So I think I just talked myself into making this a texture. So yeah, let's just do that real quick. Yeah, the thing is, there's no such thing anymore as doing something quick, because everything I put... We've reached the point of production where anything I do has the potential of shipping, right? Because I'm only a couple months from ship. So you reach that point where it's like, you can't program or art things anymore, unless I'm absolutely sure that an artist is going to drop in later. And I don't like I've reached a point where giving myself work to do later is only going to stress me out more. I won't sleep well at night unless it's done. Or at least like something I could ship without hating myself kind of thing. You feel me? Because like, I'm not going to lock content at the beginning of June like I had thought. I talked to my friend who's porting the game, said that it's like ludicrously easy, and there's absolutely no problems that he foresees, and that his words, not mine, you could probably work up until the last day and it would be fine. So given that, I'm like, maybe I will work up to the last day. That being said, he could be wrong. Also, I've got a lot of I don't know the localization workflow in Unreal. I actually didn't do that for our last game. I had no visibility into that. There's a lot of unknowns still. Don't worry, Project Right. It scares me too. This isn't my first time at the rodeo, but this isn't his either. Like, this is... Disbelief is the team that, like, gets Gears of War working. For them, this project is a cute little thing. It's like a lunch. Elmore is fucking around with it on his lunch break. Like, this is adorable to them. They deal with much bigger projects and much bigger problems. Like, I asked him how big my executable was, and he's like, it's not even 2 gigs. I'm like, there's a lot of range between 0 and not 2 gigs, man. Where is it exactly? Like, it's kind of funny. They just usually work at a different scale. I really like those guys a lot, though. They're brilliant. Anyway, don't worry about it. They're not... It'll be fine. Yeah, we've worked together for a long time. They've, we didn't hire them on The Flame and the Flood, but that was only because we were only launching that on PC and on Xbox, and we could handle those ports ourselves. And when we did come to PC or PS4, we couldn't afford it anyways, so our publisher ported it for us. We had to go with a publishing deal for that one. Otherwise, I've worked with them before that at Irrational, and like they every now and then, how do I put it, like loose contracts here or there. We're friends. We're work friends. So what the hell was I doing? I was going to take all of these icons, of which there's only 3, and I was going to create a secondary image that the art team can fuck with. That's what I was doing. So Perforce Tumble, art source, UI, little section images. Let's open these. And let's just go image. Let's copy this into here so it's something to like look at as I do this. Darken. Okay, so my numbers are 220, 220, 38, negative 58. -20, 58, negative 38. Oh, that looks different from that by a lot. What did I do wrong there? Oops. Did I just lose my fucking mind? 38, negative 58. Is it 120? Why did I not write that crap down? Colorize. 220. Ah. There it is. 220, 38, negative 58. Okay. Save as. Euler. Deselected. What? Deselected. Tumble art source. UI section images. Deselected. Okay, so now I have these. On the section widget, we have a section image variable. Let's also make a... Where did you go? Duplicated that and it went nowhere. Oh, there it is. Section image deselected. Let's find where you're set. Okay, so this is defined. Oh, this is gonna suck. All right. That's fine. So game logic, only because messing with structs sucks sometimes. For some reason, shaking them can, if you delete things in a struct, if you make like a struct of structs, you can like break shit in weird ways in Unreal. But I'm not doing that, so we should be fine here. Section list struct. Let's add, so we have the section icon. We're going to add the idea of a section deselected without a K. You idiot. Texture 2D. And default's going to be roux. There. So now that we have this struct defined, it should show up in this list. Unfortunately, for us, my section list, why is it defaulting to none? That's curious. I'm pretty sure I set a default, didn't I? So what's your deal? Just don't give a shit? That's fine. Sometimes I don't give a shit. All right. We'll just set some of these manually. I'll just set all of them manually. This is nice. This is like a Zen sort of a task. There isn't a thing for that. That doesn't matter. Fine. Set. Fine, set. Oh, messages don't matter. None of these matter. Okay, we're good. Okay, so that'll cover the sections. So we have this icon now. Set. Interesting how this doesn't seem to sort by letter. Like, why is that up there? It's because this isn't selected. Like, why is this alphabetical, but not that? How arbitrary. Okay, get this. What is closed section image? What are you? Oh, wait a minute. You're not variables. Are you? No, you're things on the widget. And so when I copied that, what did I even do? Delete. No. That's terrifying. Okay, I want to do something different. I want to say, I want to store this as a variable, which is desired section image texture. This variable is just going to live here, and then we're going to have like another variable, which is section image deselected texture. And we're going to store this information that we're getting here. Okay, that goes there. And yeah, and we can set that, that's fine. Okay. Okay. You guys are gonna forgive me. I'm probably not gonna talk to chat very much. Oh, but it's Marcos. Hey, man. You don't understand blueprints. Oh, you're picking up C++ pretty quickly. I've been following your work, man. I'm excited for you. Did I get my monitor fixed? No, I restarted and everything went back to normal, and I'm just hoping. Like, I'm on the hope factor right now, Popcans. I'm just hoping my monitor keeps working. It did flicker. It flickered in a completely different way. And it was the other monitor 2 days ago, but I was working, so again I rebooted and it went back to normal. This makes me think it's probably like video card stuff or just shitty. Like, it might be that my computer can't handle these monitors. I also have, basically, I had a problem. I found a hack solution that got me working again, and then I ignored the problem twice. So I'm probably going to do that, I want to say 3 times, but most likely indefinitely until it stops working. As soon as I hit the point where I'm rebooting too much, or my computer doesn't boot anymore, that's about when I'll change. Because I'm the worst kind of human, Popcans. I am not proactive about shit, if I can work, I will, and I will just kind of let crap be broken. It's a flaw, but here's what's gonna happen right now. What's gonna happen right now, man, is I'm gonna add some sort of variable that tracks when a section is open. Thanks for understanding. I'm going to add some sort of variable that tracks when a section is open. And tells all other sections to darken. Is that what I'm going to do? Yes. Is there a list of sections? Also, yes. This will be on this. Okay, so level, select widget. When am I going to do it? I mean, I'm throwing everything into this one function. Might as well continue to do so. Might not be right, but it's consistent, which is like being right, which is probably more important than being right. So we'll just keep doing that then, yeah? How will I determine it? Well, I'll know that I need to because I'm highlighted on an area. I need to tie it to when the camera's zoomed in. We should be tying it right here. Let's make two functions. One which is darken all closed sections. Toggle. Set closed or set sections darkened if closed. State bucket. That sounds good. You're going to need to know should darken and section widget. Do I want to ignore a section? Maybe no, because I can darken it if it's closed, but keep it not darkened if it's opened. All right, so this is fine. Get all sections for each. The section doesn't have this concept yet. Is closed or is darkened if closed. Bench graph. Set is darkened. on the level select, get for each of these set darken dark sections. Cast section widget. Darken if closed. Set that to this. Yes. Back to level select. I want you to do this whenever you update the camera, which happens always. Where were we? Update on button highlighted right here. Okay, so call this. If you are zooming, yes, this is zooming in. If you're zooming in, oopsies. Make sure I don't lose that. Then darken the closed sections. If you're zooming out, undarken the closed sections. Okay. Check that out. Save that. Level section. Now we have this bool that flips for everything when a section is opened. So we can go into where we're updating the art based on state. We can say if you are opened. So if you're not opened, let's do this here. That's changing what's visible. This is changing the background highlight. Okay. So this is specifically for mouse over. This is a special case for hovering with a mouse. Let's handle the controller first. Here's where we're changing the colors and stuff. If you're highlighted, do this. If you're not highlighted, shit, do the idea of closed. Man. I guess my separation was this is dealing with scales and showing and hiding, and this is dealing with colors. So I feel like it should go here. I need to see some stuff. Give me a minute. Can't wait till it's out of warranty. Good point. I don't think I paid for a warranty, but I probably get something. I don't think it's the monitor, but I guess I have no way of knowing that. I will say every now and then I see, like when I play the game, I see it in normal definition. And then when I package a build and I play it on Steam or something, and it's in 4K, and every single time I'm like, oh my god, my game is so pretty. I wish I could just see it like that all the time. So yeah, when I highlight something else, so I do this, does it? Oh, I can't do that anymore. Okay. So the concept of like, so there's a lot of art stuff in there that doesn't matter anymore. Interesting. But yeah, so the coloring to blue. This is just a whole new thing, like in this area. Until I figure out a smarter way to do this. Just be like, if you're highlighted, or you're moused over, or your child is moused over. Wait, don't I have a separate image specifically for when you're closed? Didn't I need to do that? Yeah, I did, for various reasons. Anyway, I can set your image on the fly, right? Yeah. Set texture, set brush from texture. If you're moused over, or your child is moused over, like the level button in there, or you're highlighted, which shouldn't be possible, or you're not interactive, any of those reasons, or if darkened, if closed, is not true. Like if you're supposed to just be bright no matter what. Any of these reasons, choose to be bright. Because you should choose to be bright whenever possible. You shouldn't go dark. Nobody likes that. But there's times, man, when you gotta go dark. That's an option too. Those are your two textures. Select between them. Choose wisely. Change closed section image to darker version if other section is open. Okay. Shit, let's see if that works. That'd be pleasant. Out of memory, trying to allocate texture. What the fuck is this? This might be the source of my problems. Perhaps my video card does not have the minimum required memory. Huh. That also explains why it usually craps out when I'm streaming, probably. So yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna print screen this and send this to a friend. I can't click anything. Can you guys still see me? I can't tell if you're saying anything. My computer crashed. Did it crash? Can you still see me? Is Twitch still there? Probably you can't, right? But what if you can? I don't know. Everything is broken. Can't reach the internet. I can reach the internet, just not Twitch. Hello? Is anyone out there? Hey, Bull Killer. Well, everything closed. Did I disappear? Or was I here the whole time? Apparently everything closed but OBS. I don't know how that happened. Like Photoshop's gone. Unreal crashed. Fuck. I don't know if Unreal saved. Oh yeah, you guys saw that the whole time. Weird. Why did my computer prioritize OBS over apparently everything else? Fascinating. Well, let's just get back to work and ignore that problem. No, let me, should we restore the autosaves? Not for these. No. No, we should not. I think my instinct to take a screenshot when the video card said it was out of memory was perhaps a stupid instinct. I wonder if that worked though. Yo, I can't be having these problems. It did not. Taking a screenshot did not work. I do not have anything. I do only seem to have these problems when streaming. Yeah, I don't think stopping that kind of cursing is plausible. That's just deep within popcams. I could probably stop the casual cursing though, I suppose. Did we lose anything or did I save right before I did that? Oh yeah, that's the crazy bullshit that we all know and love. Okay. Should we just... like try, maybe it just works again? I don't know. Yeah, let's just pretend that didn't happen, alright guys? No, I'll look into this, I guess, probably. Alright, well... not what I expected. So now, apparently we're in a state where... the opposite of what I wanted. Okay. Okay. Alright, so, but, like, that's fine. Because that's almost great, in a way. So like, sure. Darken diff closed is false. Oh, I just, so let's just flip which one we're calling here. So if you're highlighted, if any of these reasons are true, be bright, otherwise be dark. Don't default to dark. We are happy people. We don't go to the dark places. Ah, check that out. Okay. So now when you have one thing selected, yeah, see how, look at how responsive that feels. Now I feel like I'm in this menu. Now I feel like I'm in this menu. See? Yeah. With the controller, it's obviously gonna do the same thing, right? Yeah, that feels good. Can't go up or down because I was feeling kind of like bullshit. It's feeling slightly less like bullshit. God, there's a lot of work to making UIs look good. This is unbelievable. But it feels so much better. One day at a time. Can't go up or down. Gotta go back. I should probably message like B for back or something somewhere. Man, I wish I had another show. Like, this is the kind of thing I want, just strangers. I just want to watch a bunch of strangers bang on this. You know what I mean? This is the kind of crap, the very simple figuring out your UI stuff, where it's really beneficial to go to a show. But the only show I have planned right now is PAX. That's only if I get to the mega booth, and that's not until right before launch, so I don't know if I can rely on that. I need to figure out where I can go to a playtest and watch people play. Alright, that's feeling better. What else? What else? What else? What else? So many things we could do. We could make it if you've completed this section, then these are gold rather than blue. That's something I kind of want to do. Like, we're cheating right now to see stuff, but if we weren't, wouldn't it be cool if these were... How far have I gotten in this game? I never beat that one. I did this game weird. Like, if these are blue because you haven't done them, but these are gold because you have done them. Also, I just need the idea that, like... It's difficult to see, like, that little yellow ball for selection is nowhere near enough, I think. To be like, this level. Maybe it is. It's hard to say. It's good enough here, but I didn't feel like it was... Took a note that it's not good enough here. But now that I'm looking at it, I don't feel that way. I just felt that way while playing. Thanks for dropping by, Project. Soon, full color. Later this year. I simultaneously feel like I just want to get this game out because I'm stressing out about it. Like, I'm stressing out about the market in general right now, but I also feel like there's so much more I want to do that I didn't get a chance to do yet. And there's so many ideas that are like half explored that I just don't want to ship ever. But soon. What are all the various things I have to do? I like the way this turned out. Let's check this in. Now that I'm paranoid about checking things in. Let's check in the source files as well. Why can't I click you? Oh, because it's not editable. Submit, you idiot. Well, one of the things I don't really like the circling. I like the bouncing line. I think that reads. I don't like that. Do you? Oh shit! Did we break that? Used to be if you were on this screen. I don't like it. Before, if I moused over things, I would see them highlight. I lost that. Let's get that back. That was a good thing. We lost a good thing, guys. Level select. Event graph. Okay, when hovering. If you are default, which you should be. Breakpoint. Wait, no, I don't do that. You are default. Okay. If you're default, oh, for well, duh. Okay, we're gonna pull this back to where it was because obviously this logic is calling a variable that's coming from this function, which is not what's calling it. So that's not gonna work. Duh. So we're gonna merge this again. Back to what we were. Okay, so that's fine. Section, and I want to change this. Section logic when you hover. Jesus, it is like 90 degrees in my office right now. Give me a second. It's not that much warmer outside. We have a no breeze situation. We have a too hot and no breeze situation. It is too warm. Just make a sequel when kind sells 10 million units. Hey, do you guys still see me? Can you hear me? For fuck's sake. Can you hear? Oh, you can hear me. Can you see me? Okay, you can see me. I just can't see. Oh, let me refresh Twitch. I'm seeing a network error is what I'm seeing. Destroy my fucking life. Well, alright. Twitch doesn't work anymore. I will just go on with life. I don't need to see me. I know what I look like. We were doing this. When you hover, unhover. Yes, section hovered. Yes, you are called mouse hovering. By default, you are false. Refresh this because it's confused. Good. You will now be confused as well, will you not? No, you're not confused. You should be. Your lack of confusion. There it is. Okay. Oh, Twitch just started working and it freaked me out. Sorry. So this is going back to what I had at the beginning of the stream. If mouse hovering and I'm sorry. Sorry, if you're not mouse hovering, or you're in the, so like if you're using a controller, or if you're mouse hovering and you're in the default state, go here. We need to kill this function. Place it this function. Good. Oh wait, no, bad. Find references to this function. Change highlight. You will be renamed. Your name will no longer make sense. Change highlighted section. Find references to this. You now call change highlighted section. Mouse hovering is false. Good. This will pull us back to where we were before. Yeah. Right, there's just nothing for this, which is maybe a good thing, because that's what we'll play with today. So now when you mouse over different sections, you see the sections highlight. That's fun. I like that. And that should have had no bearing whatsoever on how the controller works. The controller always did that anyway. So we're good. Good. Next thing. Hey, Pointer. Glad you like it, man. Next thing. So I don't really like the circles. I want to try an arrow. Let's try an arrow. That's my next thing. We don't have anything for the calendar, as you saw earlier, when you highlight that section, so let's make one. And, yeah. Let's pull your ass over here. Don't know exactly what this was in my head. Wasn't it whole notes? Was what whole notes? The circles? Oh, I wasn't going for that. It's interesting that you thought that. No, I was just circling the section for, like, certain things. But I think it might be more fun if we just draw a 3D arrow. Yeah. The truth is, I'm getting ahead of an art style here. I think once VR becomes more popular, once people are making art in VR, this whole art style that I'm doing here, where you like use a lot of planes and stuff to make something look kind of 2D and 3D, it's gonna look real dated. Alright, so this is indicating that you have the calendar selected. And the calendar is, what is this section called? I think it's called monotony. Monotony. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I like that better. I need to set it to not stick around. Like, I think that's a lot better than, say, where's... Where even is it? Why is this so out of order? Like that circle? I just don't think it's good. It just doesn't work. Took a long ass time too. Like, it's surprisingly hard to do that in 3D. Whereas arrows took like a second. It feels so much better. I like it. I like it quite a bit. I do feel like it's a little too on the nose here though. Maybe you should be over here. Also, I have a bool I added for once your camera focus tied, so that like Yeah. 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 That's how we'll do it. Let's do another one of those for the scroll, because I've got nothing for the scroll right now. These three are all on the scroll. This is another problem. Like moving... Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I didn't mean to... Huh, okay, so... If I have a section open and mouse over something else, looks like we just, okay. Level select. Okay. Yeah. Level select. Where's mouse hover? Change highlight sections. So if you're mouse hovering, if you're not mouse hovering, or if your currently focused area is the default, do this. Which it shouldn't be, so. Is mouse hovering selected? But it's not. Yeah, okay. So I never... When you mouse hover, I have to actually set that bool that says I'm mouse hovering. Otherwise, you know, like, it won't know. Alright, anyway. That's fixed. Probably. I guess I shouldn't say that. We do test things before we say that, don't we? Typically. Yeah. Yeah, we're back to working. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. I'm glad you like it, Cannon. This was a bunch of work. I think it's cool, though. I think you do feel the story and that you're moving around in a world and the world feels more cohesive. I think this is a definite... This was worth the time. I shouldn't say that until somebody plays it. That's not me. But I feel like it probably is. It's fixed until it's not. True words. Now. Why is that rope so shiny? I wish it wasn't so shiny. Bums me out that it's that shiny. I'll figure that out later. Let's keep making lines. Because, you know, we should finish a thing before we do the next thing. Because I don't do that enough. Don't finish things, you know? It's not good. Here's another arrow. How do we make this arrow look different? Just fuss with it a little. There. And you're for... you're a 3D object. Let's not be silly here. Okay. Maybe some sort of twist. Anyway, so yeah, so to get this to work, let's get your section. Ooh, I want you to have multiple sections though. I'm not sure if that's set up. Let's just try it and see. So game logic. Your code name is DAO1, DAO2, and DAO3. I think that is set up, because I had to do this elsewhere. It isn't. Should I make 3 different arrows so it feels good when you navigate between them? Interesting, by the way, that arrow opens. Let's fix that. So that's gonna be a fun one. So you have spline, hide spline on camera focused. No, the thing that says this. When the spline is set to inactive, I turn this off. I can't do that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Nover. I'm gonna tweak it slightly. That's gonna be fast. That problem is not a problem. Oh, there's gonna be fallout from this change. I don't know what it is, but I know it's coming. Like right now. Nothing ever. Okay, so my deal is that now the arrow's gone forever. Because nothing ever says, hey. Nothing calls this and says you're no longer camera focused. But you should. So why don't you? Maybe I'm wrong. It's never happened before, but I mean, all things are possible. Okay, so I should hit that breakpoint. I do. Well, yeah, but like, if I go here, I don't hit it, right? No. See? A lot of bullshit. Ah, that makes sense. Because I'm not changing the camera. Oh god. Where am I splicing this shit in? So I should probably fix this. Yeah, Twitter called me out on that. You know, wait, am I actually wrong with that? Have I forgotten how to spell words? Yeah, that's how you spell highlight, you dumb. You know. You know. Alright. So if I'm gonna move this, because right now this will only get called if the camera's changing, and in some cases the camera doesn't change. So specifically in this case, do I one off it for this case? I don't really like what's going on here. I'm gonna come back to this later and be like, what the mother of God were you? That's gonna happen. Yeah. Get the new spline. No, this is incorrect. No. I don't care that you go after that. That doesn't matter at all. I do care that you're wrong. Okay, so this is the set sections darkened if closed. Fine. Here we're saying so for changing we have a new section. It's got a camera. Are we already at that camera? If the answer is no, you have to change cameras. We go through here. We set is camera focus true in the new section. Do we ever set it false on the old section? No, we do not. So let's do that. Current. Old section. Okay, new section is camera focused. Old section is not camera focused. Shit. This isn't a good idea. New plan. Because that's not what I want. What I want is if you're in a camera, if you're zoomed into a camera, I want all splines for this bool to turn off. Not just the current one. So maybe we could just go about this in a totally different way. Maybe we get just for each, or what are we gonna get? Get the values. And tell all of them, hey bitch, I'm in a camera. All of them. And do that same thing when you leave. And that's the real, that's what we actually have to do. Let's find a section name crap. All right. This will work. See? Witness it working. Good. I also want to animate it. Alright, stop. Or at a minimum, like, show it once you're all the way out. Alright, stop. Deal with that later. Let's make multiple arrows. Here's an arrow. Let's make another arrow. Let's bring another arrow. Let's be just rich with arrows. Check it. This arrow's like a little bit. Maybe over here. So I was coming from just like a slightly different direction. But it's still definitely aiming that way. So you are DA2, you are DA1, you are DA3. Hey, Alpentalic, what's up, man? Welcome to the channel. This is cool looking Alpentalic. Wait till you see the actual game. Only working on the freaking UI today. Game is sweet. So it's fine. Just gotta like not feeling this derpy arrow right here. Let's take a second and make this arrow a little less derpy, shall we? Let's also move. Alright, hold on. Let's move this one over. Let's move this one over this way. Let's have a real heart-to-heart with this arrow about its trajectory. I think this arrow's not being the best arrow it could be. I'm glad you like it. I forgot I had a website. I should, that trailer's over a year old. I feel like I gotta... Here, let me show you the current game. Like, the art's been up-resed a lot since that trailer. That trailer was back when this was a solo project, which is still, like... I've had 4 artists now for a couple months. Like, 3 months or so to help me out. And that trailer's, like, over a year old, so... The game's seen some pretty substantial updates since then. I think the art's coming together. I think it looks pretty. The gameplay is pretty close to done. Got a lot of bugs to fix. I'll be launching later this year. I'm pretty proud of what I'm doing now. But yeah, really embarrassed by that trailer. Really wish I could make that trailer not exist anymore. Alright, we were gonna check out the arrows and then we didn't. Because it's that kind of a day. Yeah, that looks good. It's fine. It indicates where the level is, which is really the goal here. You know, really don't want to show that arrow. Don't want to flip that bowl back until the camera's back. Maybe we move this. Update art based on state. No. Brain, come on. UI level select. So why does this have to be here? Doesn't. Could be where we actually move the camera. I like that better. You're not going to be here anymore. I have a new home for you. No, this is not your new home. This is your new home. With the rest of the code. So... okay. Planning. The second you move a camera. I don't want to tie it off of this, that's ridiculous. Yeah, we're gonna put it here. Alright, if you are going to the default state, like the overworld, do this, otherwise do this. What else do I need to do? I'm not certain this gets called... I don't know, we'll find out. Should work. Don't know if it gets called when you're going in and out of gameplay is the problem. But it'll probably work for like... oh, this might change nothing. Well... what it does give me the ability to do is say... if you're going into the default state, add a delay of 0.4 seconds. 0.3 seconds. And then let's check going in and out of gameplay. Hey Gwen, long time since I've got the stream and following your interviews of late. Thanks, attack button. Attack button. Who are you in the RL? I know you, right? Or am I losing my mind? Or was that action button? Maybe I don't know you in the RL. Do people say in the RL? Am I people? I have questions. Okay. So... this is fine. What's the calendar? Month 1. That could delay a bit more. More people say IRL. Yeah. Your acronyms need to have 3 letters. It's important. Otherwise, they're just not cool. They're not good. You can't just say RL. You have to say IRL. I understand that. I do feel like there's a rule of 3s when it comes to acronyms. But for some reason, my friends always said in the RL. So it is what is in my brain. Okay, that feels good. Feels like that comes on at a good time. See if it feels good here too. Yeah. Yeah. Times well with the animation. Got a good thrust to it. Alright. Imagine it'll be the same when I have to change these to arrows. Probably. Maybe it's fine if one of them's a circle. Okay, what else? What else? There was something else. Oh, we were gonna check gameplay. So like, if I do this and I go into the game, this area has no art yet. What's happened? Do I still? Yeah, we're good. Life's good. Shit's working. God, this is starting to feel like an actual game. It's starting to feel like a product that a human being would ship. Hey, why does that have the always activated shader? What's your deal? Why are you tagged the opening levels 03? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you would be. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna let that one go. The likelihood of anyone stopping on 3s. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we're good here. Hey. That's looking pretty good. What's still missing splines? Oddities of the main stage. Let's make arrows. Should be arrows always? Are we overdoing it with arrows? Kind of like if there's one circle. I hate this one. This circle took me like 15 minutes or some shit, and it still looks terrible. Which is an eternity in Gwen years. So, where are you? Yeah, see that? What do you guys think? That looks like shit, right? Looks like shit, right? I think it looks like shit. It'd be fun if we outlined like the heart with like, you drew a heart. What would you sketch for sketching these areas? I mean, the arrows work well. Could be consistent. It's just so easy. Maybe make an outro animation for that. And honestly, I need to, now that these other intro animations are looking good, I gotta spruce that one up. Yeah, there's a lot of things I could do there, but there's consistency is good. Let's do that. Let's see the paint gallery. Hey, attack button. You're making a 2D game in Unreal? I'll admit, I would actually have difficulty with that. I think I would actually make it kind of like, I would just use the 3D stuff and I would use Skeletal. I would do what I know, which would basically be using the 3D pipeline. God, I can't imagine making a 2D game in Unreal. I mean, I know logically it can. I'm just like, feels like trying to kill a mosquito with a machete. Just doesn't feel like the right tool. I mean, you're basically throwing away like most of what the engine can do. But I mean, maybe, I don't know. You could make like the sickest fucking 2D game ever in Unreal too if you want to. Yeah, show me a demo attack button. Let's check it out. Are you comfortable with being judged live on a stream? Because that's pretty, it's gonna happen if you link that. You'll be judged. Harshly. So just, you know, prepare your emotions or whatever. You don't care? Alright, let's check this out. Make you cry. No one can make you cry. People can say things. Your tears are your decision. Don't give people that power. Oh wait. Hold on. Or whatever. Let's make this full screen. The hell? Oh. So this isn't a demo of gameplay. Why am I looking at your desktop? The hell are we looking at here, man? Oh, okay. Here we go. That's a 2D game. That looks... Oh god, so indie. Okay, you're explaining what's about to happen. I hope you're setting up a joke. Did it crash or do you close it? I mean, that's cute. That's a cute start. Is this like your, is this something you've been working on personally, or? Got it. So, like, I feel like you have an opportunity here to set up a really good joke. Like, you have the repetition where everyone's expecting this to be like, alright, it's a student game, they're explaining something. And you just need a punchline on that last one. It's like, these enemies will do that. These enemies will chase you. These enemies will shoot at you. These enemies will do this. These enemies will hammer falls, everybody does. Or some silly thing. I mean, you'd have to come up with something for the punchline. But that could be like a cute little demo. It is like... These enemies will crash the game, and then you get a 4-1 error, and then it's just like a whole new thing. Then you're actually like in Tron. This is actually the intro to like a... The best thing would be if this is actually an intro to like the next Assassin's Creed. Like you get through this and it's like, and then you're in like a deep immersive 3D game. Sorry, never mind. Yeah. Just because the repetition there has so many options. World of Warcraft 2 opens up. Yeah. I feel like if I was more alert, I could come up with something funny for the last one. Might be fun if you go wicked psychological in the last one. Be like all the others are literal. These enemies will chase you. These enemies will shoot at you. These enemies will jump over you. These enemies will remind you of that time when your father told you that you would never be enough and you realized that you like, just something really fucked up for the last one. Anyway, yeah. Cool though. I dig it. Definitely not what I would use Unreal for, but if it gets you into Unreal and it builds you up towards like something else, and it does give you the option to like play with particle effects and stuff. These enemies will ruin Christmas by getting your parents divorced. We're gonna stop this game because it could get darker. Alright, what are we doing here? Yeah, let's make an arrow for the main stage, I guess. The main stage should maybe be like stars, an exclamation point. Fuck it, let's do an arrow and call it a night so that I can go to sleep. Because I turn into a pumpkin at 11. Brain goes away. It's when the dumb thoughts start. Nobody wants that. I gotta stop streaming before the dumb thoughts start. Okay. So it has to come from below though. No, it doesn't. Like that. Yeah, make the last one wicked psychological and have it just be a character staring hard at character comes up and stares hard at the screen, like right at the player. Sorry. No, I don't live in SF. I think about going back there sometimes, but it's like not the same. You can never go back. I think so much of living in a place is the people. If I went back now, because like a lot of the people I know from back then are gone, it would just be sad. Plus, the actual city has kind of changed a lot. Smells more now. The general, like, how do I put it? The demographics have gotten shittier. And there's no real solution for it. I mean, as far as I know, it's just like not the city it once was. What were these sections called? It is funny though, I live in Boston now, and a lot of people like at the Indie Game Collective in Boston get real torn up that Boston doesn't, every time they have a list of like American cities where game development happens, Boston's never on the list. They're like, we're a real city. And I'm coming from San Francisco and I'm like, guys, you're really not. There's like, there was 2 studios here once. Irrational is gone. Harmonix is a shadow of what it was. Turbine's so far outside the city they don't count. You got a couple of indies, but that's not the most, like, it's not like in California when you just run into people. Like, you go out for lunch and there's just other game developers. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, we are not a game dev city, guys. There's too many normal people here. And that's kind of what I miss about San Francisco. Everyone having an opinion. Everybody wanting to talk about, like, whatever's happening. The new phone, you know. Boston is more expensive than San Francisco? Are you out of your mind? No. Boston is considerably cheaper. Nothing's more expensive than San Francisco other than Manhattan. Oh, or were you saying the other way around? No, yeah. You said Boston. Or Port City. Yeah, I kind of like that though. Like, Cambridge specifically. I mean, there's things I don't know if you know about Boston, but it's the only city in America where the women outnumber men, which is kind of nice. I don't know. It's one of the safest cities. There's very little violent crime, specifically in Cambridge. Not necessarily true if you get to like Southie and so forth. And I like that. I like that there's so many different... The different parts of the city have such completely different vibes. I love that. I like that Southie has a totally different vibe. It's very blue collar and kind of raunchy. It's like people who couldn't or didn't go to New York for whatever reason. Like the finance sector in Boston is definitely like, why aren't you in New York? It's one of the, I think it's like the 3rd largest venture capital hub, not because of tech, but because of finance. But yeah, like downtown Boston has a totally different feel from like Southie and Dorchester. Somerville feels very artistic. Cambridge is just a whole different thing. I just like it. I like the diversity of opinions. I like that everybody is very passionate and doing cool things usually. Like, I go to this CrossFit gym, which I pay too much for, but I need to move or I'll die. And I go there and there's like, I'll talk to somebody randomly and she'll be coming, like she's an architect that just got back from Ecuador. Or sorry, an archaeologist that got back from Ecuador. You know, like, people are just doing cool shit all over the place. It's like several small countries. Yeah. Very tightly packed, too. I didn't spend a lot of time in Dorchester. I lived in Quincy. Quincy was kind of a shithole when I lived there, but it's getting better. Yeah. I like how different the north end has such a completely different vibe. You can't live there, unfortunately, because it's expensive and cramped. But I like that you can walk there. I lived downtown briefly, in like a shoebox apartment. I used to love walking to Haymarket and getting like 6 apples for $1 at like a proper farmer's market, rather than like a farmer's market where it's like, here's some artisanal mayonnaise. That'll be $40. What the fuck? I like my discount fruit. Boston's grown on me, I'll admit it. I love it here at times. Do we like these arrows? Do we not like these arrows? Thinking these arrows are bad. Thinking they might be better if they were just drawn over the world. Oh, I'm about to turn into a pumpkin. Carriage and not Cinderella. Yeah. Yeah. That feels right. Oh god. Alright, right on cue. I always go to bed at 11, so I always fall asleep right at 11. Like it just hits. Got my rhythm. This looks like ass though, is the problem. Can't check this in looking like ass. Alright, the closest to good is this one. Alright, good night, attack button. Have a good night. I'm just repeating myself. I've lost it. Yeah, attack button. I don't know what the trick is, but once you get a rhythm, keeping it is easy. It's just hard to get that initial over the hump. I'm not saying I always have a good rhythm, but for some reason when it's sunny out, I will always wake up with the sun. So, like, I'm getting up at 6:30 a.m. every day. So it's actually probably undersleeping, which is why I took a massive nap today. Anyway, that helps me keep a rhythm. The fact that I have a lot of natural sunlight in my bedroom. Which is something I've kind of always sought out in an apartment. And the fact that that will wake me up 100% of the time. That's not gonna work. Alright. So this has been the exclusive view of the new UI for Kine. We're privy to all kinds of stuff. How you guys doing? How's your Friday? I'm gonna take off in a bit. Oh, you thought that was the ending? Yeah. It's okay. I'm still here. I like to talk a bit at the end usually, if I can, but usually also people are tired. Or just not chatting, because I've been boring them for 3 hours. We could try to host somebody. There are some people for whom... Oh, guys. Alright. So Patrick is streaming. We're gonna raid Patrick. Hang out and check out this game. Ask him to show off the game. It is actually really cool. It's like a game inside of a game. It's like you're playing Sokoban instead of Sokoban. Inside of Sokoban sometimes. It's got layers. I like it. It's got puzzles inside of puzzles. It's basically drugs. Patrick, GH3. Patrick, GH3. Let's see if this works. Patrick, GH3. Alright, I'm gonna rate it with you. And for everybody that's, I don't know, YouTube, thanks for hanging out.